We're about to have fall. We have about 1 more week left until fall, and I have been busy crafting. First things first, I want to talk about the Luna swing dress. It is designed by Loopsonly Crochet. I finished it last week. I wanted to talk in a little bit more detail about my dress because I really had a lot of fun making it. I cast it on in Kobu charcoal and I didn't check my gauge. I've been doing this for a really long time and I definitely should have known better. But that's okay because as soon as I got into the pink yarn, I really was able to lock in. I'll definitely do a longer review on the Kobu yarn. I've worked with it quite a bit. It does tend to split, I'm not gonna lie. When you're working with it, you'll often come upon rips and tears in the yarn that you're like, what is this? I have no idea what this is. And you have to cut the yarn and join it and start over again. But it's fine, I feel, because it's such a good quality yarn for the price. The try-ons kept me hyped with this one. I kept putting it all over and just thinking about how cute it was gonna be. And when I tell you it is cute, it is cute. This is a size inclusive pattern. It comes in extra small to 2X, and I made the size 2X because I am a plus size lady. And have I even mentioned that it has pockets, and all of my favorite dresses have pockets, and it's so cute. I feel like, as always, I learned a lot making it. Most importantly, check your gauge. Do it. Check it. Check that gauge. I'm really stoked on it. It is a size inclusive pattern. It goes from extra small to 2X. I made the 2X for myself. My weight does fluctuate, so I think this will be a really good dress for people of all sizes. And since I am fluctuating, I had my friend that's a size medium try on the dress. I will insert a picture somewhere. And it looked really good on her. So I think that this is a dress that you can definitely make oversized and wear very oversized. I think it has a lot of versatility, and I'll be definitely wearing a lot this fall. I made it out of Kobu, which is a cotton bamboo blend yarn, worsted weight yarn, which is a little bit heavier than I would want to wear in the summer. I personally run hot. I'm always hot. So my knits don't get a lot of wear in the summer. Here's the dress. I have a couple ends I need to weave in, but I'm very happy with it overall. And again, it has pockets. It has pockets. It has pockets. Great dress, great design, huge fan. Wow. Caffeinate. Okay, so I have 2 children, as I mentioned earlier, and I have made them each pick out a yarn that they wanted for a t-shirt. I didn't know really what they were going to pick, but I was surprised because both of them lamented that there were not a lot of clothes in black for kids their age. They're 6 and 8, except Halloween clothes. So I went ahead and made a black t-shirt, and Marisol, my daughter, picked out what she wanted to put on it. She picked a heart with flowers, and I just love it. I think it's so cute. The t-shirt is made out of Kobu. I will link the pattern in the notes. It's a size 6. I made both of them a size 6. My daughters are a little bit small, and this is a little bit oversized because I do crochet pretty loosely. So yeah, I'm really happy with this, and here is the process of creating this t-shirt. Can I tell you, I got all the way cozy for this project. It is almost fall, and I'm so happy about it. My family went swimming, but I wasn't feeling well, so I used this time to work. I busted the main parts of these shirts out. The rest of it, not so much. I'm getting really excited because my daughter's t-shirts are almost done. and I'm going to start sewing the motifs on them. Here's my little cozy crafty area in bed. There's one t-shirt, the supplies, my second t-shirt, almost done. I'm using this neck lamp to see the stitches because the yarn is so dark that I have difficulty seeing it. So I use this neck lamp. Oh, I'm really excited. My 2 t-shirts are done and I'm ready to start making the motifs that I'm gonna sew onto them. Making this heart took way longer than expected, but it was really enjoyable. I'm using the Juicy Couture yarn, which I really like working with. Okay, I have a mess. I was trying to crochet a heart and I couldn't do it, so I'm just gonna knit one because I'm better at knitting and I can, so I'm going to. Yay! Something that I really like about gift knitting is that with every stitch, I'm really thinking about the recipient. In this case, my daughter, and just thinking about how happy this pink yarn is going to make her and how soft it is and like how deserving she is of it and how much I love her. And I really enjoy like focusing my energy on that love and that gift. So this is the heart shape, and I feel like it needs to be bigger. Okay, I'm going to size up needles. Those are 15, and I'm gonna see what I have in my stash. This is my stash. Modest, but filled to the brim. I wonder, this is like off the hook yarn, but I wonder what would happen if I used it on the hook. This is that off the hook yarn. I got it to make with my kids. I thought it would be handy. Get it? Haha, handy. Do it with your hands. Just kidding. Maybe I'll try throwing some of this in there. I don't know. How can I get it bigger? I want it like big. Would this color work? No, that color wouldn't work. That would be ugly. But I wonder if this color with that. We're gonna play around. I'm not even sure which combination I ended up with, but long story short, this one didn't work out either. And this is the process with crafting. I didn't know if I should include this or cut this because I feel like it is a little bit boring, but at the same time, I like seeing when things don't work as much as I like when seeing that they do work. So this is just more of my process of having it not work out. This is the first one. Here I am frogging again, even though I'm just trying to make a little heart for a t-shirt. I don't know, it happens. Already you can tell this is a bad idea. This is yarn meant to be used with your hands, not a needle. I'm only using a size 15 needle because my size 50 was being used. It's just a bad idea. This was tight, awkward, uncomfortable, and it's all my fault. It's not the yarn's fault. I don't know what I was thinking. One of my favorite knitting quotes that I see surfing around the internet is the only difference between an experienced knitter and new knitter is that the experienced knitter makes bigger mistakes faster. Be bold. There are no terrible consequences in knitting. And this is attributed to Stephanie McPhee. Why was this an idea? I don't know, because I should have been in bed and I was making terrible decisions at this point. This isn't working. It's time for bed. Okay, it's another day. I just worked 13 hours. I worked 13-hour shifts. And then at the end of them, I want to do all the crafts. So I've been thinking about my heart, and it is going on like a kid's t-shirt. And I think that the blue heart is actually too big. It's gonna be too thick. It's like 1.5 inches thick, and I think that's just too thick to comfortably wear on a t-shirt. So I'm going to go back to the original yarn that I made the heart with. Let's see if I could find that heart. Here's the original heart. But I want it bigger, so I'm going to combine these two yarns and use a size 15 knitting needle to make the heart. And I think that will do. Yes. My cat's name is Greta, and she hardly ever messes with yarn. She's like the best knitting cat ever. She does like to massage finished objects though. Okay, actually the more I look at it, the more I do like this size heart. I think it'll be good. I think it's gonna be really cute, and I'm gonna get to sewing. Sewing brings me very little pleasure. When I'm knitting or crocheting, I am in like a different realm with my imagination, but sewing, I'm very much present. When you're sewing things like appliques on, it's very important that you take your time and measure. I'll say it again, measure, because you want to make sure that everything's even. I've definitely rushed this process before and ended up with a garment that took me like 2 weeks to make with an uneven patch on it. So just take your time, slow down, measure. If you're tired like me, go to bed, come back to it in the morning. I'm still not done with the one for my other daughter, but I am working on it. And it's a little bit of a fail so far. I'll go ahead and show you, but it is a little bit of a fail. So Ruby, my youngest daughter, loves kitty cats and spooky things and all things spooky. Yes, she's that girl. So my little Wednesday Addams, they both are. Um, this is her t-shirt, and you can see there's nothing sewn on it yet because she wanted a kitty cat. So Mama tried really, really hard to put a fucking kitty cat on the shirt. But let me show you what I ended up with when I tried a kitty cat. I don't even know. I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. I don't see it, so that's a fail. Moving on. Then I thought, well, a kitty cat's kind of hard, so I was like, maybe a bat. Like, she wants a kitty cat, but I feel like a bat would be kind of cool. So then I tried a bat, and that didn't go very well. Well, maybe to some people might be a bat. And then I tried a kitty cat again, but guess what? This kitty cat looks like a ferret. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a ferret. It's a ferret. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Obviously, a cat is a little bit harder than I expected. So I'm going to crochet or knit some sort of animal and put it on this t-shirt for my younger daughter. But this is a really great, simple pattern. I made both of these t-shirts in about 2 days, 1 day each, and then actually sewing on the flowers took me about 2.5 days for the other one, and this motif has taken me 2.5 days, so yeah. I don't know, just an example of like finishing time being a lot longer than knit or crochet time. Always factor in that you have to have time to finish because steaming, blocking, weaving in ends, sewing on appliques or motifs or whatever you want to do, it all takes time. But that's the stuff that really, I think, elevates the garment to the next level when you take that time with the finishing. Because it could just be a plain black t-shirt, which is like awesome. I might actually make them some plain black t-shirts just to have, but it could also be something a little bit more special. So yeah, really fun pattern to do with your kids. Just have them design what they want on their t-shirt, make this little t-shirt and add it on there. It's super cute, super fun, super satisfying. And again, with the Kobu yarn, I'm going to do a longer video review of the Kobu yarn in the next few weeks because I have made pretty much everything with it lately and I'm a big fan. Even though it is controversial, it does have some splitting issues. I'm not gonna lie, you have to be careful. But we'll talk about that later. I am making some scarves. This is just a plain, I'm using a size 9 needle and stockinette stitch, just knit every round. This is Mandala Lion Brand in Shocking Pink. And I saw this at the yarn store and I had to have it because I love pink and all things pink. Makes me extremely happy, and I love this gradient effect here. It's so cool. So this is actually going to be a Christmas present, a holiday present. I am a manager of a home for adults with intellectual disabilities, and we have like staff on duty, and I'm making all of them different knit projects for the holidays. And of course I started in September because I am a slow knitter and crocheter. I do not know, that dress took me 3 months. I do not know how y'all are whipping out a sweater a day. I watch the videos, it's like, oh, I crocheted a giant blanket in 24 hours. That can't be me. Couldn't be me because I am slow and I enjoy being slow. It's relaxing to me. So if we're talking tortoise in the hair, I'm the tortoise here, absolutely, because I go slow. So that is one of my scarf projects. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to make it mega long, like maybe 3-4 feet long, just to wrap around, and it's gonna have fringe, and it's gonna be such a look. I might keep it actually, even though it's a holiday present. So the next project that I'm working on is also out of Lion Brand Mandala Sparkle. Lion Brand Mandala Sparkle in the color Draco. This is called Draco. Check it out. Beautiful. It reminds me of like mermaid vibes. Like my daughters are really into mermaids. It just, and it sparkles. It's great. But guess what? You can probably tell. Like you can probably tell what? I was not paying attention when I was making this pattern. This is a pattern from, what's it called? Knit Picks, Knit Crate. I'll put the name on the bottom. One of the knitting subscription boxes. This is a pattern from it, and it's just a really simple scarf. Pretty similar to the selfie scarf that was so popular like a year or two ago. I can't really remember. But yeah, it's just a scarf, but I got off on my counting, so I'm actually going to frog it right now. But this is going to be another holiday present for my coworkers because they work really hard taking care of our consumers, and they are not always rewarded. So I'm just making little scarves, making little projects that this yarn reminds me of one of my coworkers. So I was doing that for her, and I'll probably recast this on like tonight or tomorrow night. I really, really like this yarn. The Lion Brand Mandala yarn, it goes hard. Like, it's beautiful color, it's machine washable, it sparkles, it's gradient, it's neon at times. I just really, really like it. I've also made a lot of projects with this yarn. So one of my favorites, definitely readily available. You can find it just about anywhere, like even like Walmart and stuff. So yeah, awesome option. I consider frogging an advanced knitting technique because it kind of takes a little while when you're a newbie sometimes to convince yourself that you actually do need to frog. I think it's just time. I want to change the yarn that I'm making with too. I kind of, like, I love this yarn, but I think it would look better on a hat or maybe like a small sweater. I have 2 or 3 balls of this because I saw it and I was like, yes, I have to have this. My next project kind of is 2 projects or 3 or 4. I don't know what I was thinking. I got really excited about oversized yarn. I really like working with fingering weight yarn. I like to make socks. I make a bunch of socks. But for some reason the appeal of extra bulky supersized yarn was kind of like getting to me. Like, I like the idea that you can work up something relatively quickly. I like the idea that it's so cozy, and we are getting into this fall months. And I just actually really like the way it looks and feels. Like, sensory wise, it's been really, really soothing for me to work with. So this is Hobbie's yarn. I got it on Amazon. Again, I hate to support them, but it is where I got it because I am on a budget and they often have, ooh, cheap yarn. So let's see. I got 8 balls of this Hobbie's yarn, extra super bulky chunky chenille yarn in the color sage green for $35. So I feel like that's a really good price. I'm doing just basic stockinette. You know, and I just realized that I said stockinette earlier was knitting every stitch, and that's garter stitch. So I will edit that out, but I'm doing stockinette, which is knit one row, purl one row. This is the front. This is the back. Ignore my ends. They haven't been woven in because I'm just kind of working on it. I like this project. This is going to be a blanket for my couch, I think, or it might be a gift for a friend. I'm not sure. I've had a couple of people say that they want it, but I'm not sure that they can pay for it because, like I said, the yarn was $35 plus labor. I mean, price yourself what you're worth, people, if you're into that. I love gift knitting. I'm kind of a gift knitter. I don't sell my knitting or crocheting anywhere. Talking about it is pretty much what I do with it because I like making what I like to make, and I don't want to make what other people want me to make. I want to do what I want to do. So yeah, I don't think I will be selling this. I think I will be keeping it selfishly for myself. But it's so cozy. It is a little bit of a beast to work on. It's getting pretty heavy, so when you're working with like heavy yarns, you do want to make sure to protect your wrists. I mostly stand up and work on it because it goes a little bit better for me. I'm pretty tall, so yeah. So the next project that I'm going to do, that's US size 50 needles, by the way. But when I started working with it, I started working with US size 15 needle. Not big enough, not big enough, not big enough. So definitely go with the suggested needle size on these oversized yarn. Otherwise, it's going to be real tight. It was squeaky when I was working with the wrong size needle and just not a good situation. So I am so into this blanket. I got another color of the Hobbie's extra bulky chenille yarn in aqua, and this is going to be a present for one of my daughters, and my other daughter wants pink and purple. So yeah, I'm just cranking these out as I go. I have another work in progress. I've been working on these since last year. These are Halloween socks. I'm using Hobbii Halloween yarn in double knit, and I'll put a link to the exact yarn I used below. I got this on sale last year when Hobbii was having their Halloween yarn blowout, and I couldn't resist all the yarn. Probably got a little bit too much. These are a gift for a coworker. I just have the most amazing coworkers, and I love that they're all into spooky season, like year round. We are a spooky group of people, so I'm not in a huge rush to finish these. I would like to finish them by Halloween, but I have so many other things that I'm working on. If I don't finish them by Halloween, like I said, these people are spooky year round, so they will appreciate the socks anyway. But I do want to put some time into them because I've been so distracted by other projects that they haven't really gotten a lot of love. Hey everyone, for some reason my video cuts out here. I think my camera got too hot. So I'm just going to say goodbye, but thanks so much for watching Canary Knits. I'll see you next time.